Guys, welcome back to a new Boom Beach video. This is Rick. He's the new Boom Beach community manager and he's doing an awesome job. He's putting so much time into this Warship update and just making sure the community gets hyped and it gets delivered properly. And today, I get to interview him. I am sorry that I'm always looking to the left. That's where he was and I was looking at the video of him. There's so much coming in this video. A lot of new information came out, so you're gonna wanna watch all of it. Also, all the other Boom Beach YouTubers released interviews, so go watch them. You'll get even more information and we should know pretty much everything now. I guess one of the biggest questions we have about Warships is, are there gonna be limits for not maxed out players? Because I think you guys on the AMA, you were talking about HQ 10 to unlock Warships. Of course that could change by the time it's released, but is there going to be limits built into Warships about either like upgrades they can't do in the tech tree or stuff they can't do?
Yeah, good question. So for maxed out players, the tech tree is going to be like open for everything, but there's going to be like sections for you. So yeah, you unlock HQ 10. That's what we're saying right now. I think from this right now, that is going to be final. It's going to be HQ 10. And then the first section, off the top of my head, don't quote me on this, but it's like, okay, you have to unlock, you have to have HQ 12 to have the next section of the tech tree available for you. So it kind of circles around, like you should be playing the main base, you know, and enjoying Boom Beach, the main Boom Beach of it. And then it pushes you to just keep playing that as well as expanding the tech tree over time.
Yeah, I really like that. You can't just unlock Warships and then forget about your main base. You still have to be leveling up your main base and playing Warships, and it kind of works in sync. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely, because the main game is good. Like we didn't want anybody to take, we didn't want to take that away from it. Like Warships is just an added bonus that allows, you know, you guys to enjoy yourself and have more fun with the game.
Okay, so talking about the tech tree, because I feel like that's one of the, that's kind of the backbone of the Warships update, how it works and all. I know on the Boom Beach AMA that you just did, you talked about the possibility that it might change, stuff might change inside the tech tree somehow. Is that, can you speak more on that? Is that something that,
Stuff
did
might
I just take
change.
that out of context?
I don't quite remember the actual questions and stuff that
Yeah.
because there were so many questions on the AMA, which was fantastic, by the way. There was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is like season to season that we could change this up. So maybe you won't get flares until, you know, later down the line in the tech tree. So it just means it'll be dynamic every season, and you've got to choose what you unlock and upgrade in the tech tree, and try to make the choices that you want to make to the way that you want to play it and what you think is going to benefit you either defensively or offensively. So that's the changes that we've got.
Okay, so if a smoke is unlocked closer to the start of the tech tree this season, the next season it might be at the very end and hard to get to.
It could be, yeah. It's entirely up to us. Yeah. So, and I think what's going to be great as well is like hearing from the community. Oh, it'd be awesome if this was here and this was there. Obviously, I think everybody's going to be like, put bullet at the beginning, and it's like, oh, that's a bit OP. But you know, like anything's possible. And if we decide to, you know, in the future make new troops or something, we can add them in and whatever as well. So it'd be cool. I think it makes it more dynamic, and you'll really find out who the best Boom Beach player is with that, because they've got to learn, they've got to be good at everything, like, you know, all the tactics, all the different troops. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. So putting Bullet at the very beginning, that means low-level players would be able to get him on their Warships and not on their main base, right? Or would that upgrade just be blocked out?
No. The Warships is a separate thing, and yeah, you'll be able to get it if it's at the beginning of the tech tree. Of course, we wouldn't block that for the people. At least they get to try him out as well and understand, you know, how cool he is.
So will hero abilities then be built into different slots in your tech tree, or is it gonna be if you upgrade your hero that upgrades your hero abilities?
Okay, good question. Good question. Yeah, this is something that we're trying to figure out how to explain in the actual game as well, just before we're releasing it. So the idea is if you unlock a hero inside the tech tree, when you upgrade them, and all 3 abilities would be upgraded with it. So yeah, every time you upgrade, the abilities will go with it, and then you'll be able to choose which ability you wish to use from that hero.
So upgrading someone like Everspark, you'd be doing that probably to unlock or passive ability to upgrade that.
I don't know how the balancing's been done for it, but I believe that because obviously on each of the nodes, for example, you know, Zulkas could go to level 22, yeah, in a normal main base, yeah. So the idea was that was the first initial thing that we had, where you'd upgrade 22 times, but we just felt it just didn't feel fun enough, and it was just weird. So we shortened it down to 5 upgrades per node, as you could call them. So it means that each if you upgraded Zukas to number 5, it would be level 22 Zukas. Yeah. So they've all been condensed down and balanced out between it. So that's the same as the hero and the abilities.
You mentioned that over a certain season, a player would not be able to max out their tech tree. How close is it gonna be to maxing it out? Is it gonna be like a 50% your tech tree is gonna be upgraded, or is it gonna be a 90%?
Honestly, I don't know for the first season, and like we don't know how much people are gonna play. We've kind of balanced it out mathematically, but that's why the first season is going to be a month-long season to see, okay, does this work? What else have we got to change, balancing wise and stuff like that. So I think for the first season, it's going to be near enough impossible for anybody to get like right to the end of it. But then the second season, because you'll be accumulating wherever you get up, there'll be some resources that you'll get for reaching higher in the season. So you'll start off, you'll unlock things on your tech tree at the beginning quite a bit more. So I'd say by the second season, we'll see people at the end of the tech tree.
Okay, cool. How many upgrades are you going to be able to do right after season ends? So let's say a player first in the world, after it resets, how many upgrades will he be able to do the next season?
I think from the current thing that we have right now, because obviously this could change, is that wherever you get up to, 40% of it back.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't think of a number that I could think like, okay, right now, because I don't know how much it takes, because that's a game designer question to give you the precise amounts. But I know that at the current minute, it's 40% that we've decided that we'll give in terms of resources back. But it could change by the time we launch. It could be more, it could be less. Still some more balancing to do on that.
Okay, so now let's talk about the battling and the matchmaking system. On the last development video, there was the whole troop reserve system, which is really cool. I really like the idea of that for players that don't have instant training. They have a way to have troops readily available so they can keep attacking. So when you hit attack, is there going to be like a 30-second or a minute scouting phase where you can swap troops in and out?
Good question. So yeah, the way it's going to work, dude, is when you go to the battle screen, I suppose I'll call it that for right now, the battle screen, you could choose your troops. As long as you've unlocked them on the tech tree, you could choose them. So, you know, I'm going to go Heavy Zuka, for example. Fill up all the landing crafts that I have, and then you go into the find matchmaking. The matchmaking would happen, then you've got 1 minute of deciding to change your loadout and scouting. Yeah? But as soon as you drop, that's it. The timer starts, and that's very important for the battle itself.
Okay, so I'm guessing when the timer starts, is it like a 4-minute battle, like normal battles?
Yeah. So it's a normal battle time, but so you'll be chasing after obviously the engine rooms. Like you're going to take them all out, and you're both going to do that at the same time. Well, unless you've decided to start in 30 seconds and they start 1 minute. But yeah, the idea is that you've both got to take out as much destruction as possible. But the idea of tiebreakers is something that has come into question as well, where so let's say you and I are battling and I take out 2 engine rooms and you take out 2 engine rooms, who becomes the winner? So that is decided by, if there's any more destruction that you've done. If that is the same, then we go into time. So that's why as soon as you go, you need to be thinking quick as well.
Okay.
Time is taken into consideration if there is a time breaker.
What are the little warship tokens? Is there a name for them?
Yeah.
Like the ones that you use to upgrade stuff in the tech tree.
Yeah. So
Is there a
to make
certain
it, we were listening to all the videos that were being created. It was like, we're gonna call them anchors. We're gonna say this, and we was like, people are just confused what they're gonna be called. What are we gonna call them? So it was like, let's just make it easy for anybody to come along and understand. So you're gonna get upgrade tokens and unlock tokens. It's
Okay.
really simple, and it makes sense, right? Upgrade, you're gonna upgrade your stuff, and unlock, you'll be able to unlock a section of the tech tree that you've not unlocked yet. So they're the resources. They'll be what you're using to, do the stuff in the tech tree. Your rank is something that you're just going to achieve by playing and winning battles. So yeah, every 3 stars that you get, so every 3 wins, you'll be collecting stars. Every 3, you'll get a chest that you can unlock.
I'm guessing there'll be like a certain amount of chests you can open before you have to wait for an hour or a couple hours, right?
Yeah,
So you
there
don't-
will be a break.
yeah.
You can get 4 at the current minute. It's 4, so you can accumulate 4 and claim them, and then there'll be a timer that starts to tell you, okay, when the next chest is available. But something cool tip, and whoever's watching this is getting the tip, right? If there's going to be different sections of it, so you've got like wooden chest, stone chest, iron chest, legendary chests and stuff. But let's say you're going up the rankings and you're still in the wood league, but you're about to turn over to the stone. If you just decide to keep these and don't claim them yet, and you go into the next kind of league, all of these chests will turn into stone chests, so you'll get more rewards from it. So you've got to make decisions and kind of like, oh, should I wait until I go up, or should I claim them now? So yeah, it's up to you.
That's cool. Yeah. So there's the 2 types of tokens in the chests, and then is there any other resources that would be in those? Like stuff that goes to your main base?
What do we got? Obviously the gold, wood, iron, intel. You're going to get fragments and shards. I think in the AMA we misspoke. We said crystals, and it was just because we were combining like how to explain it. But it was fragments and shards that you would get, not the big crystals. So that was a mistake on my part. I didn't think that people would take it literally, but they did. So wanted to point that out there. But yeah, intel, and obviously the resources from the warship itself.
Cool. Wow, it sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds like it'll help lower level players level up their bases even faster, because I know as a lower level player, I'm like, my low level account is 35, I think, so it's hard to get a lot of loot and to hold that loot, so having this will help us. Okay, I have a couple more questions. A lot of people are asking what the diamond areas are, because on the AMA you mentioned that there will be a couple areas on the warships where you can spend diamonds. Can you talk more into that?
Yeah, I suppose the reserves, obviously, if your reserves come down to speed up to play with your favorite troop, obviously you can spend diamonds there. Inside the tech tree itself, there are certain nodes which are called multi-nodes. So the cool thing about these is that you press them and you'll get 3 options. So maybe one is like a machine gun, one's the proto troop, and one's a mine. So it's like, okay, which one do I want to choose? And I choose the middle one. But later on, I want to make a change. Okay, so I'll change it with diamonds to change these over, so I could do different tactics. So that was the kind of way, like, when people are asking the AMA, well, prototypes being there and stuff, it's like, well, yeah, with a twist, that's the twist, that I couldn't really explain it in text. So I think it's going to be much easier for people to understand once the game's out as well. Like, it's beautifully designed.
Yeah, so that's the place where you said you can revert upgrades, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's the
fun.
only one. I mean, the people really need to make sure that they're choosing their decisions wisely,
Yeah.
because otherwise it'd just be people going back and copying one another after they figure out a way. And the idea is we want to give the players a choice and design the way that they want to play. I obviously, like you guys are going to come up with like, I think this is the best tactic for, and people are going to follow it. But the majority, we don't want them all to follow the same route. We want it to be
Yeah.
dynamic and people have different choices and stuff. So
Yeah, I can't wait. It sounds like a lot of fun, and yeah, it's just gonna be an awesome update to just have live player versus player combat finally in Boom Beach.
yeah.
Okay, we have one more question for you, Rick.
Right.
When is the update, the Warships, when are they coming to us?
Well, I have actually said it. Well, it's hidden inside the game. There's a little Easter egg inside the game that tells you the actual release date, but nobody's told me anything yet that they've noticed it. So I'm just waiting for somebody to notice it.
Okay, I guess we'll start looking more with greater effort.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, dude, listen,
Cool.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
having me on here. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for making the time for this.
Anyways, take it easy.
Thanks. You too. But that was it, guys. Rick is such an amazing guy, and it was so great to connect with him over a call for the first time. Over the next couple days, I'm going to be compiling everything we know about warships and making a warship base or a warship ship update breakdown where I combine all of the interviews, and basically I'm guessing we'll have full information about warships now. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like as always, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.